welcome to Waxing Pixels, the live Tuesday evening show on Twitch from Battle Geek Plus. It's also a Thursday podcast. How's everybody doing?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, Joe's here.
Yay, Joe.
Joe and Chris are here.
Yay,
Joe
Chris.
and Christopher.
Yo and hey, back to you guys.
Yeah, yo and hey.
Hey. Yo.
Yo, hey.
Yo, hey.
How's it going? All right,
Please
so
don't do that. Please don't.
now that we have our biggest audience ever, we can go ahead and get started with our show. So, first, Clunk, it wasn't your turn yet, but this is Clunk. My name's Josh, and with me, as always, or as most of the time, or as sometimes, I don't even know anymore, Heather,
Hi.
Ryan,
Hey.
and Frank. And Clunk.
No, that was me.
Oh, nice. So, Mysterious Box is back. Yes, the Mysterious Box. That isn't so mysterious after all. I've explained this to you, Joe. We all know what's going on. Gabe,
Hi,
what
Gabe.
is up?
Hey, Gabe. Good to
Thanks
see
for
ya.
showing up. We just got done introducing who we are, and I know, Gabe, that you've never been here before, so let me just tell you, this is Josh, this is Heather, this is Ryan, this is Frank,
That's Clunk.
and I'm Clunk. So, let's get the show started with our first thing that we always do every time we get started. What you playing? So, what you playing is a thing where we go around and we go, what you playing? Clunk, what you playing?
Meow.
He's playing with his tunnel and with his string toy.
And the mouse.
And the mouse. It's a very, very complicated game, but it's got really good graphics.
Yep.
So, Heather, what you playing?
I haven't played a thing because I've worked all week.
Kind of work.
The kind that involve weddings and office holiday things. We made s'mores today.
That sounds
For work.
good.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. We had these cute little burners, and people could come up and get roasting forks, and they would make s'mores. And then we got to make s'mores, and we got to eat them, and it was delicious.
Christopher, you should get a tunnel for your kid.
Secret tunnel.
Tunnels.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. I don't know. So, yes.
But that's what I've been playing.
Awesome.
So, like, basically job simulator in real life.
Yeah, just less fun.
Job simulator without the VR headset.
I'm unable to throw hot dogs at guests.
You can, but there's consequences.
Yes, there are consequences.
So, oh, you're gonna get the tunnel for you, Christopher.
Still, a secret tunnel.
Yeah, still secret tunnel.
tunnels.
So you should decorate it to be like a sewer tunnel. Is what you should do. Like, which is totally something we would have done when we were kids, if we had a giant tunnel.
Ryan,
Yes.
what
Playing.
you playing?
Let's see. I'm still playing Stardew Valley. I just bought a farm, and I have like 4 cows now.
Wait, like another farm?
Yeah, I bought another farm.
Oh.
Well, like last time I played, I actually sold off my chickens and my chicken coop because they were kind of
You
hard
were
to...
poor.
Yeah, they're poor, and they were kind of hard to take care of. But now I kind of figured out how to manage it all better. So now I bought a farm with cows, and then like right now, like they're too young for me to milk them, so I can't make cheese.
Oh, yeah.
What a horrible life. You can't
Yeah,
make
I know,
cheese.
I can't make cheese, you know. And I've been giving coconuts to everybody in town, which is really fun.
Coconuts, huh?
Yep, coconuts.
I still haven't played the game yet, so I didn't realize that there was coconuts involved.
Yeah, there's a lot of awesome stuff in this game.
I know that there's a lot of content.
Yeah, it's been pretty addicting. It's like usually the game I'm playing when I'm not playing a game that I'm capturing or playing on Twitch. So if I have any spare time, it goes to Stardew Valley most of the time.
You're like typing up reports at work, and then you're all like, I did a lot of work. 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, I actually do bring it to work, so I actually play it during my breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm playing it, and then oh man, I got to go into work already.
Damn.
Christopher, I'm sorry that we spoiled it for you that cows make cheese.
Yep, cows make cheese.
Or at least they make milk, which you can make into cheese.
Yep.
I don't know. Is there like a cheese cow? Like usually, and then just like a slice of cheese?
I wish.
And you just put it like a sandwich underneath it?
Well,
That'd be like probably the most delicious cheese in the world.
Well, I also have these things that help me make jam and butter.
Are they also cows?
Not
No,
really
they're
cows,
machines.
but machines. I also have an item duplicator now, which is
Oh.
great. But it only duplicates items at a really slow rate, like once a day.
Okay.
So I would have to build a lot of them in order to duplicate everything I have. But it's taken a while.
The Life of Farming. Need to get that game. And more Harvest Moon games, says Gabe.
Yeah, it's really cheap on the PC. It's like if you're lucky, you can get it up like during a Steam sale for like $10. But it's like, hey, how's it going, John?
Hi, John.
And for the Nintendo Switch, I bought it for like $15. Also,
Well, it sounds like I just need to get my own damn digital copy.
yeah, it's only digital right now.
It sounds like I'm gonna have to get my own damn digital copy.
Yep.
Darn.
Darn. That thing I've been saying anyway.
I know.
Turns out I was right. About something.
Shut up.
And also, I beat Horizon Zero Dawn a couple of days ago.
Oh my god, don't spoil anything. I
Yeah.
swear to god I want to play
Yeah.
it.
I won't spoil
swear to God I
anything,
wanna play
but yeah,
it. Shut up, Frank.
You're not going to complete it.
Shut up, Frank.
You might as well just spoil it for her, Ryan.
No.
No,
I will.
no,
I will.
By the time you complete it, you would have already forgotten what was spoiled about it.
No.
Well, see,
you.
here's the thing.
Ryan,
Like,
I'll murder you.
here's the thing. If he doesn't spoil it and she doesn't play it, what's going to happen is she's eventually going to watch a Let's Play of it, which
No.
means she doesn't need to have it spoiled.
No.
Well, I'm not gonna say much other than by the time you get to the second half of the game, you really, really want to keep on playing it. So you see what happens at the end, and then once you finish the game, you get really sentimental at the end. It's not a sad ending, but it just makes you really sentimental. But that's all I'll say about it. And
I already don't want to play it.
oh, and also I gotta admit at times, I actually kind of felt this. I kind of felt Horizon Zero Dawn's actual story was a little more compelling than, a little more compelling and a little more emotional than Zelda's at times.
Yeah,
I
well,
would say that's
that's par for the
makes a lot of
course for
sense.
Nintendo.
yeah.
Like-
I mean, when you think about it, that all Zelda stories are pretty similar, and I mean, there's not too much in the way of tearjerkers.
Well,
Yeah.
it also
Yeah.
comes down to Nintendo's game design philosophy as well. Like, they probably were all they made Breath of the Wild, and then a good portion of the way into making it, they were just okay, so he can burn everything, but why?
Yep.
So,
And also, when I was actually fighting the final boss, I ran out of all my weapons, and all I had left were the default arrows you get at the beginning of the game.
oh wow,
And so I had to use everything up, and then I was able to beat the last boss.
that's crazy.
But it took everything I had. So just a warning once you get to the end of the game.
Let's see.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Joe said Robot Horse Zelda. Joe, it's Robot Dinosaur Zelda. Thank you. And he also says the Zelda CDI games were tearjerkers, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I beat those a couple of months ago, and I recorded them for a future awesome video game memories, which I will be recording pretty soon.
Did you stream that?
No, I never streamed it because I don't think I would have wanted people to watch me, get frustrated for over 5 hours.
No.
And there's a lot of grinding you have to do in those games.
That makes good time for conversation with our audience here. Grinding.
You have to grind a lot of snowballs. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. All right. Frank, what you playing?
World of Warcraft and EVE Online.
Same as the last couple weeks.
Same as last couple of weeks. Yes, you are correct.
Anything new going on in any of those games?
Nah, just leveling up some characters. EVE Online now has increased its cap for alpha state players, but once you get to 5 million skill points, you have to kind of buy more skill points with real money or pay a month of subscription and try to get as many skill points as you can before it goes back to alpha. But you'll still have the points, though, just not as many as Omega.
Oh, okay.
now that I'm done boring with you, we can get to what these guys are playing.
Or just
you mean
me.
just Josh, because
Or Josh.
the rest
Just
of
me.
us have finished.
You know, it took me a minute, like an hour ago, I was sitting there, I was like, have I played anything this week? And I think the answer is yes.
And what was that? Was
I
it
don't
Mario?
know. No, it wasn't Mario. I played it that one day for like 4 hours, and since then I haven't picked it back up.
Was it Turtles?
I'm pretty sure I played some Turtles recently. So,
So, Turtles.
yes,
Turtles.
yes. So,
I mean,
I'm pretty
you're-
sure I've played some Turtles recently. I've also watched a lot of Turtles recently, which is what made me want
That's
to
my
play
foot.
Turtles. So, well, I mean, like I watched like a lot of the first Turtles game because there's Skunky, who does glitched world record runs for it. There's Christopher, who's in the chat right now, who's the glitchless world record holder. There's Spicy, who does Turtles on every Tuesday. And so, yeah, been playing Turtles. So, that's pretty much it, and nothing too crazy has come up. What I want to do pretty soon on my own channel is actually do a walkthrough of the first NES Turtles, because everyone's like, oh, it's so impossible, it's the hardest game ever, and it's the worst programmed game ever, and it's just the #1 worst Nintendo Entertainment System game in the history of Atari. And I'm just like, that could not be any more wrong. And that's even before getting to the Atari. So I want to do like a walkthrough so people can see it actually is possible and how they can do it. Maybe with some light glitches. But,
Oh yeah, we have some questions. So
well, first our question, John was wanting to know if we had any bit notifications
yeah,
yet.
I'm pretty sure we do.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then we've got this other person. What's their name? I can't see the purple on black all that well. So
With this tiny TV and we're
what's
sitting
on?
so far
Look
away.
on your
Okay, hold on.
phone there. You got the chat up. So, and we'll see what's being said.
Actually, like mine hasn't reloaded.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just start it on here. And chat only. Apply. What's your question? Person. Let me see if I can get this name up here.
Hey, what's up?
C.
I have a
Whirling
question.
27. Yeah. C. Whirling 27.
Hey,
has
how's it
a
going,
question.
C. Whirling?
Hello.
What's your question?
Yeah, just let us know.
And we will answer it as we keep talking. All right, so first things first. We already did the first things first.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Let's do to the second thing, which is our topics. We have 4 topics that we do every show. And what's your thoughts on Keemstar? I don't have any thoughts on Keemstar.
He's the one that he's like the one that he's the one that runs like the drama alert channel.
Yeah, good for him.
I don't have any thoughts on Keemstar.
I didn't know this person existed until it was a thing.
Hey,
bit
Hey.
notifications.
We got one
Okay,
bit.
it's gone.
Good job. You got it out
Okay,
of here,
well,
Frank.
well,
Triangulitis is the deadliest disease there is, Josh.
Triangulitis. Dragon Ball suffered from it for
okay,
a while.
well, anyways,
Oh, yes.
So anyways, about Keemstar, I got nothing against the guy, really. He's, I mean, I got nothing against the guy. I mean, he does what he does. I know he does a lot of drama videos, exposes a lot of people, but I don't really watch that type of stuff. I know.
Yeah, we're not 12.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I actually know someone in our chat here. John has he has some experience with Keemstar, so
Oh,
interesting. he'll let you know about
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know Keemstar was a person or a thing
Oh yeah,
until like some stuff was on somewhere online about it, and I was like, "Oh, it's some guy," and then I moved on with my life because I didn't care.
Sammy says, "Oh man, now I know how to troll Frank."
The bits,
And
the bits,
The bits.
the bits, the bits.
hey, and Christopher says, "Keemstar Runner."
Ooh, yeah, I can get to know that guy.
Oh yeah, so if any of you don't know who Keemstar is, like just look him up on YouTube. You'll find his videos.
Or not, who cares?
I mean, I've never really watched anything he's done, so which means I don't really have much to say about him.
I don't have any thoughts on the person either. It just doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in watching, and it's someone who's I've never come across as being like I've never personally come across the person. Seems like John there in the chat, BoobTube Gaming, is the one that has the most to say about him. So I'll just leave that to him in the chat.
Yep.
So,
And also says Gabe says not to bother with them.
okay.
There you go.
Sounds good. That means it's time to move on to our first topic. Our first topic is Boku My Macadamia. All right, so
There could be kids watching.
Boku My Macadamia. Boku My Macadamia, rated T for teen. Because the heroes are teenagers. There we go. Brought it back around.
All right.
Joke master.
I
So, the reason this is our first topic is because there is going to be a My Hero Academia game. It is going to be a battle action game.
Battle action.
Called My Hero Academia One's Justice. I wonder if it's going to be like Boku no Hero Academia Boku no Justice Des.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's from
That'd be
the
fun.
anime, right?
What? My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Boku My Macadamia.
It didn't like click.
Yeah, the joke. Yeah, Boku My Macadamia. Yeah, that's... so, yeah. Boku My Macadamia. Oh, Christopher says, I remember that dance/song. Do the Macadamia.
That was played at a wedding recently, and we all danced to it. It was amazing.
I remember there was a dance portion of my gym class in middle school, and the year that was popular, like the 8th grade class, like they did that.
Yeah.
I had to do square dancing.
Oh,
Square
that's
dancing.
a bummer.
Yeah. So, wow, Stream Elements has a lot to say tonight.
Yeah, because you can't cut corners with square dancing.
So,
Anyway, good job, Frank. That
My
was
Hero
good,
Academia
actually. I liked
One's
it.
Justice has only just been announced. Only a few screenshots have shown up so far, and it's been 2 people. I'll give you. I'll describe them to you. One is a green-haired boy who can be really strong sometimes, but hurts himself every time it happens, and the other one is this guy.
Yeah.
So, I'm not
gonna
sure.
go see what the cats are doing.
Okay. So, the other person who has any interest in My Hero Academia has just left the room, so I have to carry this topic for a little while. So, what it looks like so far is that this game is going to be like a one-on-one style shonen action game. It looks really good in terms of, graphics and whatnot. I was hoping for more of a brawler type thing, but I guess we're not really going to get that. Like, we don't get that many brawlers and, beat 'em up games anymore. So I thought, a game where there was a superhero cast would be really fun, going around beating up criminals and stuff like that. But then again, I guess the bigger fights in the series are usually sort of one-on-one battles, sort of like Dragon Ball or Naruto or anything like that. But My Hero Academia so far has 2 seasons of anime out, and it's got a bunch of volumes of manga out. And unlike other shonen anime, this one does not just run week to week constantly and have a ton of filler. Instead, it actually has seasons. The 3rd one coming out in the spring. And that means that the animation's a lot cleaner and nicer, and we have a lot less crap to go through.
It follows the manga.
It follows the manga, like 2 chapters per thing. So it's a really exciting one to watch. So I suggest you get into it. That way, next year, when Boku My Macadamia, the game store, comes out, you'll be able to get your justice.
So, I know that, this game's been announced and whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. I haven't been reading the manga. You and I have strictly been watching it.
Yeah.
And because of the time separating what's actually written and what's aired, because they're doing the seasons things, like you said, I don't know how this game's going to work, even though it's, battle action drama or whatever.
With kung fu action.
Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of characters that they don't have much in the way of attacks. We don't know a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We know hardly nothing about most of the characters.
Well, luckily later on this month, there is going to be more information about it. Trailer, there's going to be like a jump event going on, and it's going to explain more about the game. We're actually going to get to see some gameplay and whatnot. So hopefully that'll clear up some of our questions to see how, for example, someone whose entire gimmick is making gravity go away can be like a fighting style.
Right? She's the best.
Yeah. Gabe
And
says
Gabe
he's
is
definitely
awesome.
going to follow the news on this game because he really likes the anime, which, hey, we do too. So
It's pretty
we
awesome.
watch it together. It's fun. So, anywho, there's that. But I don't know if... I mean, I don't know. I don't think the game's going to go like ahead of the anime. Like, it just seems like with the promotional material so far, it's kind of just boiled down to...
I mean,
showing
yeah,
off
but
stuff
how
that's only
far
been-
is the manga? Like, why not they just base it off the manga? I mean...
So what you're saying is that we need to read the damn manga?
yeah, but no.
Because I will read the damn manga if that's okay.
Right, I mean...
I'm just trying to like say exactly where you are.
Yeah, because I would much rather sit and watch it and be excited to watch it being animated than not be surprised by anything.
I would have started the manga like a long time ago if I had thought, like, you know.
I thought about it, but I'll be back. Oh.
Ah, that silly cat.
So, anyway, everyone in the chat, feel free to donate those bits and annoy Frank at the same time. LOL.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, we can always use the bits.
Give us pocket change and try and kill Frank with triangles.
We could make a collect call. Oh,
Wow, that was very 1990 of you. Do collect calls
the
still
90s
exist?
will never die, Josh. They'll never die.
19. Let's see. What was it? Was it the year 2000? No, 1990 was only 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, 1990 was only 10 years ago. Sammy says that he would annoy Frank with bits, but he hasn't used PayPal in years. So
The only thing we use PayPal for is Frank giving me money for his part of the bills. That's literally it.
if you want to give us money for your part of the bills too, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't think that you can actually live here because of it. So, anywho, it's just like a leasing nightmare. Anywho, moving on is our next topic. Jack a Ride, Naughty Dog. So, anybody here a fan of the Jak and Daxter games?
Me.
She is. So, maybe... Oh, Frank, you like them too?
Only the first one.
Oh, okay.
And then they added guns and they
Gave him an edgy, I've suffered so much. I gotta express my anger with bullets.
I mean, I don't know if
And
you were
fire.
captured and then
And
literally held prisoner
And
and
psychic.
tortured
Oh,
every
shut up.
day for like 5 years or whatever the time frame was. Yeah, you'd probably be a little pissed off too.
he went from happy-go-lucky Link to I'm an emo riding so fast it broke my neck just by looking at him.
Yeah, again, being tortured literally every day for 5 years kind of ruins a person. Just saying.
So why is Jak and Daxter suddenly relevant?
Because they're putting the collection on the PS4.
Right, which includes what games?
Fuck you, Frank. Fuck you, Frank. It includes the second game, the third game, and Jack X racing nonsense. I didn't play that one. It was on my shelf for a while. I don't remember how I got it. You definitely didn't get it for me because you know I don't like racing games.
No.
Somebody bought it for me.
Speaking of, we might play a racing game later.
Yeah, I don't remember who got it for me, but it never came out of the plastic wrap because fuck racing games. I don't like them. I don't care.
Well, I'm sure racing games don't want you playing with them too.
That's fine.
Or, yeah, Diddy Kong Racing, or Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, or Mario Kart, any of those.
I will say the only Mario Kart that I've had fun with is Mario Kart 8 that we've been playing recently. It's the only one that I've ever been all like, hey, this is fun, and I'll play more. Before that, I'd play and I'd be like, yeah, I don't care. But with Jak and Daxter, so the Precursor Legacy, which is the first one, is already available for download.
It's a PS2 classic.
Yes.
It's not like remastered or anything.
No. And so this collection will round out the rest of the Jak and Daxter games, though there was a Daxter game similar to whenever they had Secret Agent Clank
Yeah.
for the PSP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they had something similar for just Daxter. I didn't play that one either. Just because I didn't like the PSP. But the second game, the Jak 2, is my favorite. I really liked the first one. The first one was fabulous, so when the second one came out, I was like, fuck yeah. I think the reason why I like the second one better is that there was so much more to do. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like that Grand Theft Auto kind of formula where you run around a city and there's a bunch of side missions and you jack people's rides and you fly off.
Hence the name of the topic.
Yeah, and you're a wanted criminal. You have a warrant that, if you steal a ride, in front of a guard or whatever. Murder, whatever. You will be chased and you have to run and hide. That sort of idea. Kind of sandboxy. But
hookers,
blow, whatever.
That's what Christopher's saying anyway.
But yeah, it's my favorite. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know a lot of people were really upset when they went that route.
Christopher, you should write another movie like you used to back in the day. Call it Murder Hookers.
Murder Hookers.
Not like murder hookers, not like murdering hookers, but like murder hookers, like I don't know, ladies of the evening with knives for palms.
I will say that I also like the fact that Jak speaks in the second one. I mean, I'm fine with the whole mute hero thing, but I'd rather them talk and apparently have a personality, whether it's good or bad. So that's something that I liked about it.
But if they're mute, then it's your personality.
Yeah, and I guess I hate myself, so... I probably wouldn't have gone on adventures that Link did or Jak did when he was a young boy or whatever.
Well, that's because nobody ever locked you in stasis for 100 years to take a really long nap so you could wake up to a world that's completely overgrown with a castle that has a demon thing swirling around it.
Anyway.
And you're given a stick and some apples by an old man.
Anyway, a dead old man. Anyway, so I'm stoked about this. Definitely for me, Jak 2 is my favorite. Precursor Legacy is the next one down the list. The third game, I literally only played it once. I sort of kind of remember it. Not really. There were characters in it that I distinctly remember that I did not enjoy. That were also from the second game. And... yeah, Jak Racing. Who gives a fuck about that? I sure the hell don't.
So, anyway, they are coming out tomorrow for those of you that are watching it live on December 6th. For those of you who are listening to the podcast on the day it came out, December 7th, they came out yesterday, along with the PlayStation 2 Legacy theme. So to make your PS4 look like a PS2 with sounds and all that stuff, which we will cover that next week when we actually have it, and we can show it off for you.
Woo!
So, yes, if you want to play some Jak and Daxter, and you want to feel like you're on a PS2 while doing it, tomorrow's the day to start.
Do it.
Exactly. Okay, anyway, moving on. Street Fighter 200!
200!
Right.
200.
It took them so many years to get to 3, and then to 4, and then 5 didn't take so long. Now we're up to Street Fighter 200, I think. Isn't that the story?
I feel like we missed a lot of games.
Did I hibernate?
No, you just played
Yes.
EVE Online for so long. Like you traveling through space warped your perception of time.
That explains...
Which is why you haven't aged at all.
everything.
And which is why my hair's a lot longer than it was.
Making record time tonight, you guys.
It
Yeah,
took
I know.
over 100 years
Burning
for your
through
hair to
these.
grow that long?
Yes.
But yes, John,
It's very lazy.
we're burning through these today.
We are burning through these topics. We're 30 minutes in. We're already on the third topic.
Damn.
But I don't know. We haven't really gone off into too many side stories yet.
Yeah.
We've kind of been staying on topic. I mean, if you
I had
want,
to chase the cats a couple of times.
yeah. I mean, if you want,
Klunk's very upset. He's locked in the bedroom right now.
we can sit and talk about things that aren't Street Fighter. For example, there was this one time that I was sitting on the couch and I was like, man, I'm hungry. And then I got up and I went to the refrigerator, and what I saw in there was some leftover lamb. And I was all like, huh, I could eat this. wait, we might be eating that for dinner, so I better not eat all of it. And then I didn't. And then it turned out that's what we ate for dinner, the four of us. And that was earlier today.
That was just a riveting story.
Compelling.
So compelling.
Masterful.
I have an even better story.
What's that?
I came home and I told Josh, I really know you're not a fan of these, but I went ahead and I brought them home anyway, and I totally lied, and I brought home a shit ton of Hershey's and Reese's. So
like in a big old bag. Like
Yeah.
it was like a big bag, like
from whenever we were making s'mores today. At that
like
building.
a Ziploc bag full of chocolate. Like she was just kind of
that
like
sounds amazing.
she was like, this ain't weed, but and I was just like, close enough.
The sandwiches.
Exactly. So John really liked my story. Wow, that is some story. Got any more? Well, Heather told hers. Probably in the time it took for you to see that.
And
but
Gabe says, guess 194 games got canceled.
Capcom canceling games.
Oh, what a fucking shock.
No one's heard about that.
Right. Okay, so
Capcom.
really though,
Being
Street Fighter 200.
Street Fighter. That's what we were talking about. That's why I said Capcom.
Right. So Street Fighter 200 actually isn't the 200th Street Fighter game. We're calling this topic Street Fighter 200 because Street Fighter 5 is getting an update very soon called Arcade Edition, which if you already have Street Fighter 5, it is a free update. And Street Fighter 5 is introducing an arcade mode which has 200 endings.
200 only.
That makes me want to play it.
Right? So, what happens is...
I love having arcade mode and having all these different endings. Like, I love that shit.
Well, what's happening is Street Fighter 5, for its 30th anniversary, is celebrating its line of Street Fighter games by when you go into arcade mode, you could choose a Street Fighter title. Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Alpha, that sort of thing. And then, when you choose that, certain characters become available, characters that were available in that game. And then you play through the story, and say you're playing like the Street Fighter 2 arcade, you will get like the barrel bonus stage partway through and stuff like that. So it's very true to its original source, while at the same time being a brand new story that falls into the Street Fighter 5 part of the timeline. And depending on what sort of criteria you've met during gameplay, like, I don't know, getting like a perfect in that bonus, or, maybe not losing a single round, or getting through in a certain amount of time or whatever, that will affect which ending you get.
That's
And
kind of amazing.
Wow.
each ending has a series of illustrations which will be unlockable in a gallery. And if you haven't unlocked that ending yet and can't see that illustration, what will be there are the criteria to get that ending. So you'll know what you're missing and how to get it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Apparently we're getting 4 more characters also. That's what I've heard. I'm hoping Sakura's one of them, because then maybe I'll actually be interested in playing again. And I miss my Sakura. But, yeah.
Chris says, this is complicated. We need a whiteboard with words and bubbles and lines drawn between things to make sense of this.
The way to
flowchart.
The way to
We need a flowchart.
uncomplicate this, the way to not need a flowchart is to play Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. If you don't have Street Fighter V already, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition comes at a lesser price than when you just buy the vanilla version. But
The vanilla version.
Vanilla.
yeah, vanilla version.
You just tripped over yourself. I was just wondering what you were actually thinking about. Whatever.
Willy Manila version? Manila version? I don't know.
Manila Gorilla.
Something. I don't know. It only costs as much as 2 sex acts in a car. I don't know. So get to it. But yeah, it is actually pretty cool. And Joe says that he needs someone to play him in Street Fighter, but I'm guessing he's talking about Ultra Street Fighter 2 on
Yeah, I
the
played
Switch.
On the Switch,
Yeah, I
yeah.
played against Joe before.
Yeah, well, in any case, Joe, like, is Ultra Street Fighter 2, does that not have just like a go in and play random people online mode?
Oh yeah, it does.
Joe, then what the hell? Like, come on. But yeah, Street Fighter 5. I have Street Fighter 5 already, so I'll be able to get that Arcade Edition update. Joe, if you have it, you should get it too. Maybe I'll actually play against you because it's one that I have.
Or maybe we can make a lobby together and play.
Yeah, that too, which is pretty much just the Ryan wins the game lobby. Especially if he's playing as Blanca.
Well, but Blanca's not in SF5.
That's true. So he'll kick my ass with somebody else instead.
Joe says any Street Fighter is cool, which is true. But if we want to play you on some other Street Fighter and we don't have the connectivity of the internets to be able to do that, I guess that means we'll have to come to New York and you'll actually have to meet with us.
We'll go to an arcade and play Street Fighter. Wouldn't that be pretty rad? Anyway, that is something that we want to do sometimes, make our way out to the East Coast. We got a lot of friends there. So it'd be cool to actually do that.
Yeah, so we can play arcade mode, then we can play arcade mode on Twitch, and then like hopefully I can show all 200 endings.
All 200
endings.
That should be like a stream that you do for like the Friday and Saturday. It's just like all 200 endings and just
okay, so 100 endings on Friday.
You should make it like a goal for like, one stream a week. I'm going to get an ending tonight that I've never had before.
That would be pretty rad.
Frank,
triangles.
Gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Thanks for those bits.
Yeah.
Thanks for the bits.
Yeah, thanks,
the
John.
1 bits, John. All bits are appreciated. One or otherwise. So
it was triangleized.
I figured, Josh left a program open. Way to go. Oh, crap!
Being attacked.
I didn't leave anything open. Look at that. Look at that taskbar.
That went through my head when
Look
I
at that
heard it.
taskbar down there. What does that say? That says, not stuff that makes that noise. Exactly.
The internet can make noise.
It did that one stream where like that
where that
advertisement
ad started
popped up.
an hour after it had been saying
come
that.
on.
Right?
More bits.
No.
More bits.
No.
Thank you for the bits, Sammy.
Yay, thank you.
That's amazing. And I forgot that our faces were these...
Added, yeah.
That our
you did
faces
that.
were these emoji thingies for all that. I forgot you did that.
Yeah, I put our faces in.
You did that for the subs too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually use our faces if you subscribe. So
if you got a free Twitch Prime subscription.
living in cyberspace is tough, and we should have learned about that in the 90s,
With
watching
Tron.
things like VR Troopers and movies like Hackers.
And also the Lawnmower Man.
Lawnmower Man, yeah. And there was also that one, like, cybergoth game that Spicy was playing, where, like, the internet looked like just this big nebula with random shapes flying around. And
I
you just, like,
don't think I was
You were
present
this
for that.
wireframe
familiar.
person. And I don't know, Christopher might have been there when Spicy was playing
nope,
it.
I don't have
And
a
you
clue.
just moved around with this wireframe person, and that was the internet. Like, there's my email over there. It's this spiky ball that's moving across the screen.
Christopher says blood something?
Blood something, yeah.
Blood something.
It was blood something. I don't remember. We're gonna have to ask him at some point. But anyway. And it's time for Ryan to take over the stream.
Yay!
Mega Man 30 announced.
So
Is that the right number? Mega Man 30? Or am I getting some things mixed up?
You're getting a couple things mixed up, but yeah, but yes, it is the 30th anniversary of Mega Man since it came out in 1987.
He still looks like a little boy.
Yes, he never ages because he's a robot.
Oh, right.
Oh, I was going to say because he's Asian.
Yeah.
Asian robot?
Asian robots. Well, he was made by an
Asian
Asian
robots.
company.
They
Hey.
last forever.
We do a lot of weddings that happen to be Asian, and it's true. You see somebody who's like 60 and they look like they're 30, and somebody who's 80, they look like they might be 60, and then somebody who you're all like, yeah, Granny over there, she's easily 112 because she's 3 feet tall and she's just the cutest thing on the planet.
It's the preservatives.
Anyway,
Delicious
so,
food
30th anniversary of Mega Man.
No, they pickle themselves.
with delicious food.
Yes.
So I need to start eating delicious food. More delicious food.
More delicious food.
30th anniversary of Mega Man.
Yeah, so actually Capcom was actually had a showing on Twitch yesterday for the 30th anniversary of Mega Man, and all of us were expecting, they're not going to show anything because they didn't show anything at the Tokyo Game Show about Mega Man. We're all going to be disappointed for this Capcom Twitch thing, and then after that, so I was watching it at work, and so they had this presentation for Mega Man, and they had a whole bunch of internet celebrities like Mega Ran and Pro Jared there, and then there was And so I was watching it, and then they had this presentation. They were showing Mega Man throughout the years, but then after that, when like they were going into the 2010s, there were no Mega Man games, that came out in the 2000s.
The dark
they were all,
ages
like,
of Mega Man.
Yeah.
Collections and
There were barely
cancellations.
any any Mega Man games in the 2010s. And then after that, Mega Man enters his gate after seeing Dr. Wily, and then it says 2018. There's a question mark, and then Mega Man goes to the question mark, and then we see this 3D Mega Man game. I was already guessing it right there. I was like, oh my god, I think this is going to be Mega Man 11. And then, boom, it was Mega Man 11! Yeah!
And Ryan pooped himself.
And I pooped myself in my office. And then,
I smelled it from here.
And then, and all my friends on Twitter were like, oh my god!
It was the poop heard around the world.
Mega Man 11! Capcom remembers they own Mega Man! And actually, I saw one Twitter comment, and I actually remember saying I saw one Twitter comment saying like, well, I'm actually glad Keiji Inafune isn't involved in this after Mighty Number 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was like sick burn. And like someone even said like, I bet you Keiji Inafune is crying like an anime fan on prom night.
I remember that from the Mighty Number 9 trailer.
Yeah, and it was hilarious, and the people got butthurt.
Gabe is also excited for Mega Man 11. Or anybody else in the chat, are you excited about Mega Man 11?
Mega Man 11.
And also, there was other stuff going on for Mega Man's 30th anniversary, right?
Yeah, like they will have all the Mega Man X games coming out to all of the current gen consoles, including the Nintendo Switch. So there's no, I don't
believe it, Joe. I don't believe it because
like
it's not Mario.
There's no confirmation if it's going to be an entire collection or if it's going to be all the separate games. And like they're also bringing Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, which is the first 10 original Mega Man games on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, I actually didn't pick up the second Legacy Collection because I'm just not the biggest fan of Mega Man 7, 8, 9, and 10, but I actually will pick it up for the Switch because, I was waiting for it to come out on the Switch.
Okay, so then Mega Man 11 is coming to all the major consoles
all the major
as well,
consoles,
right?
yeah.
So Ouya,
Yeah.
the Atari Lynx,
Yeah. And also the Atari box.
the Sega Saturn, the 32X. Am I missing any?
I think the Sega CD.
Sega CD.
Sega.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
So basically, like the Nintendo Switch, didn't have any Mega Man games. Now it has 19 games coming out for it.
Yeah, Joe just said
my God.
the Switch is getting 19 Mega Man games next year.
Oh yeah,
So-
and also Sammy says, yeah, well,
Dreamcast?
Yes.
Yes.
Dreamcast.
Yes, Mega Man Dreamcast.
Well, I say the closest thing to a Mega Man game on the Dreamcast was both Cannon Spike and Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2.
So, there we go. Mega Man's coming
He's back.
to everything. I almost said Mega Man is coming everywhere, and that just didn't. So,
Although I'm actually surprised we didn't get anything about that new Mega Man cartoon that looks nothing like Mega Man.
I really don't know much about that anyway. Mega Man's coming out for Joe's toaster. Well, I could believe it. I could believe that your toaster would be like some sort of Nintendo product that plays games, Joe. Like you'd have like a Nintendo Toast and Watch, Game and Toast. Nintendo Game and Toast.
Game and Toast.
Yeah.
I like that.
My fingers are really hot, but I'm beating this game.
They're getting awfully
Beat the level,
toasty.
I get a piece of toast.
Sammy's asking about this cartoon as well.
Buttery.
What's going on with this Mega Man cartoon?
So it's this new cartoon. Let's see. Kind of forgot who was working on it, but it's good. Well, let me think. Mega Man. He's like this darker blue color or like dark green color or something.
He's toasty.
He's toasty. Yeah. So and he looks nothing like. Well, like he kind of looks like Mega Man, but actually doesn't look.
Oh God! Watch out!
Wow. Oh, shit, that's a lot of bits, John. Yeah, like what Joe said, it doesn't look like Mega Man, and
oh
it looks like he's in and
Oh
it's,
my God,
and it's
thanks,
taking place in
John.
school.
1,000 bits.
1,000
That was
bits.
fabulous.
Man. Thank you.
Thanks so
That's
much.
a lot of bits.
What was his message with that? Enjoy the glowing Craigasm emoji, which will be haunting your top cheer.
Oh, man. Yep, that's our top cheer.
Wow, that's amazing. And Frank, you've only
John,
been...
you're great.
You've only been attacked, what, 3 times tonight?
I don't want to talk about it.
4.
4 times.
Because there were 3 instances of triangleitis with the bits.
Okay.
And then this huge one.
It's this thing
Yeah.
that happened. All right.
Yeah,
so,
so-
you were talking about the Mega Man cartoon
Yeah.
before
so-
Frank was attacked by geometry.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it, other than, it's not gonna, he really doesn't look a lot like Mega Man, but it's gonna take place in some kind of school and stuff like that, so.
Mega School.
Mega School.
Rock School. School of Rock.
School of Rock.
Starring Jack Black as Mega Man.
School of Mega.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Like
School of
Dr.
Mega.
Wily, Mr. Light being like professors or something.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Maybe Dr. Wally's
That
the principal.
sounds like that would be the perfect place for them.
Why is Wily such an ass?
The Robot Masters will be teachers, and Dr. Wily's the principal, and like Mega Man and Roll and are like students, and like Blues.
Who?
Proto Man, Blues. Yeah. I was trying to remember which name because I was saying all the American names. Proto Man. He's like the mysterious cool kid.
Mega Man's Creek.
So Mega Man's Creek.
It's great.
Reploid High. These are all Christopher's ideas. Or like it could be like the Sonic Boom cartoon, like mostly like a comedy sort of thing. But whoa!
Oh my goodness, Sammy.
From Wikipedia, Sammy puts preteen Aki Light must protect his home, Silicon City, from the various villains as Mega Man, while simultaneously balancing his life as a regular robot boy attending school. He is aided by other characters such as Rush the Dog and Mega Mini.
I have no idea who Mega Mini is.
Mega Mini is
Mega
like a little brother.
I don't know, but
Maybe.
so
No,
Doc-
I get the feeling that Mega Mini is probably the love interest.
so Dr. Light, before getting his doctorate in
Always a love interest.
Robot Boys, is a robot boy named Mega Man. So,
And then Astro comes in and starts messing the place up. Yo.
which means
Because
He's like, I'm the original. Because he doesn't have arms when he...
yes.
You get it, right?
Yeah, we get it.
So that means that when Dr. Light created Mega Man, he was cloning himself.
Whoa.
Mind blown.
Twist.
It's like Piccolo and Piccolo Jr. Like that's probably what happened. He spat out a robot egg and just and like
Spat
Mega Man
himself
came
out.
out and like part of that egg shell like became the helmet and
And
Bam.
then that's Mega Man.
that's Mega Man. Mega Man's true canon origin. You heard it here first, exclusively on Battle Geek Plus.
It was funny.
So Mega Man is like Senko from the Darkstalkers in a sense.
I don't know too much about Darkstalkers.
Me
but
neither. I'll take your word for it.
I'll take
about
his-
Darkstalkers, so I'll just agree with Gabe. I agree.
I agree.
Well, anyways, back to Mega Man 11. It's not going to be in the retro style that Mega Man 9 and 10 were, and which I'm okay with because, it was cool for Mega Man 9 to have it back in the old 8-bit style, and I kind of felt like it was just tacked on for Mega Man 10, so I'm kind of glad they're doing something a little more modern, but, keeping the same feel in the gameplay.
I saw that style and I was all like, huh, it's pretty much the same style as this other game that was made that was
Yeah.
supposed to replace Mega Man. But
But it didn't.
turned out not really being all that great for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know, what was it called? Like Mighty Number something. I don't even remember.
I actually
Mighty
remember-
number nothing.
Mighty Number Nothing. Nothing
Mighty
mighty
Number
about it.
Nothing. So
Yeah, I actually remember someone on Twitter.
In German, it's called Money Number No.
oh,
Nice.
Bubsy.
Bubsy. And anyways, I also remember someone on Twitter saying, well, if you think Mega Man 11 looks impressive, wait till Mighty Number 10 comes out.
I wonder if that's what they would have called the sequel if Mighty Number 9 actually
Money Number 9, 2.
Well, I mean, they did Final Fantasy X too. So there is that.
Story
Mighty-
for that's dumb, but the game
Mighty
plays
Number
awesome.
9.5.
So what you're saying is that Final Fantasy X-2 story had like sentiment and stuff in it.
It was just dumb. It's like
Yeah, it was a really dumb. It was a dumb story.
There was
Okay.
too much romance.
It was just
Actually not
Dumb.
that much romance.
what
It's
it
just
lacked
like-
in its story. It made up for its gameplay.
Oh, so pretty much like every Final Fantasy game that wasn't the regular Final Fantasy VII? Like every Final Fantasy VII game that wasn't the original Final Fantasy VII.
Sure.
Did you not play any of the other ones?
Crisis
Crisis Core or any of that?
No.
Dirge of Cerberus?
No. Well, wait. That involves
That's when you play as...
Vincent,
Vincent.
right?
Yeah, I played that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the story wasn't all that great, but you know,
Yeah.
like, pew pew, it was fun.
Pew pew.
Yeah, actually, like with Mighty Number 9, I only beat 7 other robots, and then I just never played it again. So I actually traded it back into Best Buy so I can get my Xbox One S.
Christopher says Mega Man number 11. And Gabe says cheapest $3.8 million game. Mighty number 9. What the hell? Or maybe what the hell? I don't know how to deliver that line specifically. But
What
the hell.
hell?
Exactly.
That's probably the best way to do it.
Yep.
Anyway, we are out of topics for the evening. And don't go away though, because we got some things to say before we go. Ryan usually says these things.
Right.
Things like where else he can be found on the internet and when you can find him on the internet.
And how?
And how? So you can catch our other videos on youtube.com/BattleGeekPlus. We do sketches, reviews, and other awesome Let's Plays that we do in a review series called Awesome Video Game Memories every Tuesday. This month for December, I'm doing a whole bunch of games on Star Wars. I just released my Rebel Assault 1 video this week, and expect some more Star Wars games coming out the rest of the month, and a special surprise on Christmas. I'm not going to say what it is yet. And also, I play games here on Twitch too, every Friday and Saturday. I'm not going to be playing this weekend because on Friday I'm watching a movie called The Disaster Artist, since I'm such a huge fan of The Room. And then on Saturday and Sunday I will be at the PlayStation Experience, so I will be taking a lot of pictures. And so if you catch my Twitter, the Battle Geek Plus Twitter, and the Battle Geek Plus Instagram, you'll see all the pictures there.
So there you go. Ryan's going to be at PlayStation Experience, and he's going to be watching a good movie about a bad movie.
Yep.
So no stream this Friday, but that's okay. We're going to be playing some games here in just a few minutes, if you just give us a moment to wrap up the show first. Anyway, this has been Waxing Pixels for all you podcast listeners. We will see you next week, right? We're recording next week.
Yes, we will be recording next week. That would be the 12th. And then the following week, we will not be doing a podcast, but we will be streaming for a little while. Josh and I have a plane to catch. We are flying back to the Midwest for the holidays, and we will not be coming back until the 27th. So the week of Christmas, more than likely there won't, unless Ryan just really feels like streaming something, nothing's going to be going on the 26th. We will be back doing regular business. What was it?
Frank,
January.
Gotta hold it down.
don't let it go anywhere, Frank.
Catch it. It's
No,
gone. No, I thought you caught it. Oh, man. Hooray, more bits. Thanks, Sammy.
Thanks, Sammy.
I didn't have a master ball, so I had to make do.
So we should be back either I think it's the 2nd,
Yeah,
January
January
2nd, we'll be back doing regular business. However, Frank will be out of town until the 4th, so he will not be with us.
So yeah, you're just going to have to attack somebody else with your bits that week.
Yeah.
That sounded really bad. But anyway, we are out of here, podcast listeners. We will see you next time. My name is Josh. Heather.
Bye.
Ryan.
Later.
Frank. Bye, everyone.